In this country of South Africa, the greatest threat to democracy are not a bunch of barbarians or savages with pangas, criminals, gangs. It is the judiciary. Some of the decisions that our judges hand down, they leave a lot to be desired. They leave a lot. And I know that the critics will tell you that if you are unhappy about the judge's decisions, you can appeal. But at what cost? How many people can afford a lawyer to start with? Then you tell people they can appeal, as if appealing or reviewing comes cheap. It comes at a cost, Baba. I remember Trevor Manuel said he will not be told by a man in robes. When I was growing up, there was a saying which stated, sober as a judge. But I doubt these days, our judges, they have descended the arena. Instead of being referees, at times they take sides or feel the need to defend the state. And by the state, they exclude human beings. By the state, they refer to government. I will not mention cases where judges, you can clearly see that they are biased. And word on the street, people, when they're talking in their conversations, they will tell you that they have lost confidence in my judge, because judges, they have ceased to be impartial. And the CR17 scandal made things worse, where we were told that some judges were bought. I know that people will say, come with evidence. Like Ubaba Mkhweng said, 99% of the chances you can't prove corruption. 99% chances are that you can't prove corruption, because it doesn't happen in the open market. No paper trade. You're left with question marks. Yeah. Often left with question marks. Uzibuze now ukuthi kuza kanjani. But I'm telling you, if our judges are not gonna administer law and justice the way it ought to be, we're going to the dogs, Baba. Going to the dogs. And some judges, I don't know what goes on into their heads. You find a person being asked to recuse himself or herself. Why must people ask you to recuse yourself? And yet you can see that you are conflicted. You can see that. You can see some of the judges, they got shares in some of these companies that bring matters before them, but they would not recuse themselves. And then, majority of cases, those who are litigating, they never find out. But, if I know, I'm a judge, my son is coming before me, why? Why can't I recuse myself before being asked? Yeah, some of the judges. Angmangali, now go please call me. Where they told Vodacom, the guilty party, they must make an offer. That is rational. How can these guys make an offer? For the past 20 years, they've dragged this poor guy to court on a please call me. And then you tell the very same culprit to go make an offer. Why can't you make your offer yourself, informed by actuaries or independent assessors? But our judges, they are a threat. You can tell, when they administer justice. As bengicabanga ukuthi mabafaka amajaji amnyama kuzoba ngcono. Kuyafana baba. Utaki baba. Some of the judges, they are jealous of advocates and attorneys. They just want to strike them off. Check go RAF, baba. I'm a judge. Who's over comment? Umuntati, yeah, we see you on Facebook. Bragging. And that's a judge. Hey. We thought we were going to transform these institutions. But I get fun, baba. Hey, utaki, baba. Whether ufundila kafundana, we lack that collectiveness or collective thinking. Memory bank. Ayi abutaki baba. Hey, kubhlungu uba utaki. Kubhlungu uba utaki baba. Kodwa one day. Yeah, hey. Abanye abantu, they will take it just a step further. And that won't be nice. Like we've seen kwamanye country go Colombia. That's what happens when people have lost trust in the judiciary. When the judiciary is embroiled kuma politics day to day. When my lord no longer serves anything, honorable court, when those who administer justice are no longer honorable, what's left? What's left for a man in the street who has no money? What is left? Yeah, but one day, sazoshuba dog. If our judges don't pull up their socks, angeke kube mnandi bawami, because abanye abantu abacabangi njengami nawe. Abanye abantu, they think with what is available at their disposal. That's why we had about Hugo Chavez. That's why these banksters, most of them, they make sure that they secure the outcome and buy judges. I know most people will say it's conspiracy. Yeah, everything is conspiracy as long as it doesn't agree with you. People now are being injected with microchip. It was conspiracy. Yes, back because the truth, it is so big, it is so unthinkable, it is so unbelievable. So an average mind resorts to which, no man, it can't be. They are lying, but it's true. Some people are just men in ropes. And our South Africa hanging on the balance, Baba. Like decision about wenzayo. As they said, ngama criminals, follow the paper trail. Now I'm saying, follow the judgments. Some are not just mistakes, they are deliberate mistakes. Follow the judgments, Baba. And most of them, they are conflicted. And they don't recuse themselves in matters where they are conflicted. Somebody has to ask them to recuse themselves. How nonsensical is that? How cheap is that?
Let's show the whole world. Peace in our land. Peace now. We cannot get.
One day, there will be no peace.